All right, so we're here back with the 66th, good Lord, IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop. We had a cycle off, and I hope you all did terribly and learned your lesson. You can't survive with this. No, Mike had medical stuff.
Every league,
He's fallen
every
out.
league had a 501 or a 500.
Yeah, I pulled a 500, but I still say if I had
Yeah.
watched the workshop, I would have 501. So I learned my lesson.
No, because I had a 500, so I would have told people what they did. Everybody knows at this point.
Yeah, I think I was the only one without a 501 in the gold last cycle. So, oh well. This is for the November cycle, November 7th. I think the date. Yeah, that'll be the date. And you have to remember,
Well,
if you're watching this,
yeah,
get your
Monday.
stuff in on Monday because of IWAR vacations. Um, Kim likes
Which
her
they should do
holidays.
anyway.
Kim's going to the beach in sunny Cleveland. Uh, like I said, they have beaches right there, Great Lakes, right? I'm sure it's nice this time of year. Uh, but yeah, you have to get your stuff in on Monday by 9 a.m. So send it Sunday night. Do yourself a favor. And we'll go from there. So, Mike, you have a chance to work your magic.
Okay. So just make sure I put, the 2 cycles ago was a 5 and an 8. Okay, I just want to make sure I had that part right.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the back
Okay.
because that's just the easy part.
The easy part, he says.
Easier.
Get this guy. That's
I
what
did
kills
get
me.
every back right last cycle, so that was great.
Yeah.
All right. Just make sure I copied this one. Okay, yeah, I had it. All right, so what do we know? We know that this is the cycle where 42s are hitting again.
Yes.
So we enjoyed the 41s last cycle.
Yes. Oh, 41s, you pickle beast.
Yeah, it was a good cycle.
Yeah.
We got them for an entire one, and then we didn't. But yeah, we'll go 42. No questions about that. Just go with it until it misses. That's our motto.
Now,
Get more right than wrong that way. Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay.
So that gets us down to 8 backs just by cutting out the 41s. We know that 90 was a 45, and we did just see in still that it dropped to 43. I don't necessarily think there's any correlation of that happening back-to-back feds. So I'll go the safer route, and I'll say that it's going to go the 1-2 way and put 90 at 14.
That makes sense.
If you really want to try to get ahead of people and think that something from still does connect, switch them. But I prefer the safer way of 90 at 14.
Sure.
All right, and then the hard part of the back is, are we going to use the 1s or the 2s? It's getting really scattered, so that's getting to be a little tougher to predict.
Mm-hmm. Every other cycle, look at this 41, 42 business, or 44, 1,
Yep.
44, 2.
Yep.
Damn you.
Yeah, I mean, you see it's kind of every Fed.
Yeah.
Over this year, they've just gotten a little more. You're still getting us little runs, but not so much in some of them. Nothing really in still, but here the 43s are decent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this has been every other one. So that's the one part I can't really narrow down right now. Even saying that it's not going to be a 1-1 again, last 2 times well, 3 of the last 5,
Mhm.
it has repeated. So I don't think you can rule any of those out. So we'll circle back to that. But yeah, right now you have all 4 options of 1-1, 1-2, 2-1, 2-2. So let's
Yeah.
go look at the front. We'll come back.
All right.
But we know we've got 8 there. And we've got a lot marked off the front already. We're not going to use 26s because they've happened twice.
Right.
And we know that that's extremely rare on its own. The second time occurred.
Yep.
I'm fine being wrong if it happens a third. Still cut 27 26s out.
Yep.
And iron in the 2 cycles ago gold cut out 28 26. And last cycle's gold cut out 28 27.
Right.
So we have 27s. They've happened once this year. If you think they have a chance, you could take it. I'm not going to take it though.
Yeah.
There's a bug bothering me. So we'll put that in orange. I don't like it, but it is an option. So it's there. It would be the least I'd take out of everything.
Get your
And we
shirt.
were able to take this 129-26 out because it was the 2 cycles ago drop. We
Right.
know it's rare to repeat.
Yep.
What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say we're gonna get you a shirt that says like 27 sucks eggs, like the Dusty sucks eggs, but you like 27s.
I never liked them. It's my least favorite thing to take.
I hate taking the 29s. That's tough.
So what is that? Yeah, that's 12, 11. Am I adding right? 12. Right. Yeah. Let's put that back 12.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So with 8 backs, 12 fronts, we're now the 96 possibilities. So we got to do a little more work.
In news, I'm gonna run 96 wrestlers. All in
You can't do
gold.
that. You can do 50.
What?
And
I can't run 96?
nope, not anymore.
Damn kids. Well, I'll put it this way. What is your feelings on the 25 bump up, bump down? Is that a possibility or is it yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to that. It's the 1 cycle where it could go either way. So the last few times we had a no, we had 3 a yes and then a no, and then we had 2 in a row. Then we had 1 a yes and 2 no's, and then we had 2 in a row. So by that logic, I feel like it should be a no this cycle. We didn't have any, if you notice, that had 2 yeses in between a no without having 2 no's within like a 3 cycle span.
Mhm.
And that goes back to this one too. So if I picked one of the 2, I would say it'll be a no.
Okay.
That's my thinking on that. And if it is, it's pretty even split. We get to keep those 28s, that happened 32 cycles ago. Or so got that as a possibility. And you've got essentially the set. So let's go look at 5 and 8.
Yeah.
See how they look.
We're looking at what, 31 cycles?
On the 28s, yeah. Let's look at. Yeah, see, this one's not bad at all. But do you really think so? We had one where it did it, but every other time it's been pretty solid. And same thing here. Yeah, my preference would be to go towards the no.
Yeah.
But again, you got the option if I know more often than not it is a yes. So if you just blindly go yes, you might be wrong this cycle, but you'll be right. You know, next 3 of the next 4. So, but yeah, I'm going to go that way. I think so. Pretty much the answer to that question gets you down to 6 either way. Yeah, yep, 6 on each side. So that's probably the best way to cut it down right now.
Okay.
Just dive into one or the other. If you do that, so if I do say no, that down 48. We'll look at, let's go back over here. So we're basically looking at just this little section at the top here.
Mm-hmm. And which of those would deliver the biggest FU to the rest of the feds?
Yep. So that's the main thing here. We got last cycle, Jade was 29.28. They both had 29.27, but a little further back.
Mm-hmm.
And Bronze was here for 29.26. So a little bit of an impact to 29.28 probably has the least impact. I think, I hate saying it, but if you look back at 28s,
Mm-hmm.
you'll notice like once a year that it has this terrible, once or twice a year stretch, and then we'll have a few where it kind of hits and gets back to normal. But it's the only drop besides 26s early on
Mm-hmm.
that hasn't occurred in multiple feds this year. I do think next week we will see 28s in one of these two.
Yeah.
The problem with how this works out, if you go 28s and it's 29, 26, or 29, 27, that's going to be rough. Like you can have some pretty bad misses there.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So probably a little safer to go with a 29 drop.
Yeah.
Just to, I feel like you've got less of a chance to miss both. But there it is. And yeah, if I had to rank the 3, I think 29, 28 is the one I like the least because it's happened twice and it was the most recent of the 3 to happen in gold. We all remember this, don't we? I know that's 29, 26. I was thinking it was 29,
29,
28.
26. Yeah. The nightmare 29, 26.
Yeah. So when did it happen the other time in gold? Happened in July. It happened in winter. Or March. Yeah, March. Can't read. But yeah, if you just look at the frequency, they both have happened twice. And we are starting to get the 3s for how many times it's occurred this year. So it doesn't necessarily rule them out, but I just think with it being the most recent, I would lean on 29, 27 or 29, 26. And if I have an extra wrestler, maybe that's who gets the 28s. I don't think I'll use it for my 1 BWL or my league shots, though.
Yeah.
It's also one of those things, if it does hit, there's going to be a ton of people that hit it. So odds of you,
Yeah.
you could say you're right and you get your 501, but there would be a lot of losers with 501s.
Yeah.
The unfortunate part of that.
Another repeat cycle. So do they ever do that? Like here, it's like they have like if they have a cycle in like iron or steel where like a ton of people hit 500 501s, the next cycle gets tougher, or they keep it kind of as is. Is it ever a
I
thing?
don't think so. No.
Uh,
I've heard people claim that, but I don't think there's much of a connection.
okay.
So if I don't like 29, 28, and somebody might have an opinion on why they do and don't like one of these others, but if I know I'm gonna resist the 28s and mark off 29, 28, then I get 3. So I said
Yeah.
no to 25 from 2 cycles ago. And I like those two just from when they last happened, and that they would not necessarily impact the last 2 feds very much. The last 3 feds, actually. So I think I'm sort of locked into this little area right here. And that would give me 3 fronts.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's down to 24. The back's the tough part, though.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty clear on the front, right? You can lean this way, or just don't care. Use all 8 backs and use the 28s, and maybe have a good cycle, maybe have a terrible cycle.
Yeah.
But so let's look at the 44s and 43s.
The threaded 44, 43s.
Yeah. All right. So 67 hasn't been doing great. Looks like this happens often with it. It's kind of a weaker hold in general.
Yep.
And 65. So it's 5 in a row that it's hit decent. We've had
Yeah.
5 there, 3. So it's kind of at the longer range of when we see it. Is that 5 again? Yeah. So it's likely neither one looks great to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, based on the past, it looks like this one should drop off now.
Yeah.
Uh, there's nothing necessarily to say that 67 should hit this time. It's kind of random when we see
Mm-hmm.
that it gets a 45. I know if it does hit a 45 after the 44, I wouldn't take it again then, because it doesn't have really a stretch where it's been able to bounce back to a second 45. But I don't think you can roll it out as a 45 this cycle. Pretty close on those two.
Yeah.
Let's look at the 43s. I had the 3 misses in a row, which hadn't happened in a long time. So that'd be that stretch right
52.
there.
Bastards.
Yeah, 39 cycles ago before this happened. And when it did happen, we got a decent jump there. It's not a ton to go off of, but I don't mind 62. Let's look at the other one, see.
That's a more solid
And
lately, but
yeah, this year it has been. Looks like it was terrible last year and the year before that. But again, you can almost get in trouble if you go too far back on these, because they change, and most current year stuff is what you really want to look at, and it has been a better one. Let's go look at one other thing. I was curious if it went both twos off the ones, and yeah, unfortunately that isn't something we can roll out. I still don't really like taking both twos,
mm-hmm.
but it's getting to where it's probably something that I'm thinking shouldn't happen more than it does,
Yeah.
because yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
The 43-1 having 3 in a row hasn't happened
Mm-hmm.
since basically, I think it's when we started doing the workshop, or when I started it. I remember this section back here. Yeah, it's going to be tough to roll out anything on the back. with
What about
hit
the
70.
what about the 42s? How ugly are those?
Oh, yeah, we could roll out a 42. Yeah, good point. Wow, 85, 7 cycles in a row of not hitting. Looking around, I don't know if that's happened on any. Let's see, is this one 7? Yeah, okay, it did happen on 83 as well. That's pretty uncommon to go that long.
Yeah.
So if I said something on the backs due, it's probably 85. But let's look at 73. So drives me crazy. These little, they bounce up and down. But for 4 in a row, that's also fairly uncommon. But I say glance around, see if you see one. So this whole hits a 44, drops below 43. It's uncommon to happen 3 times, right? Would it happen a 4th, which is even rare? 1, 2.
Hmm.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Like you don't see it bounce up and down to good bad that often. I'm trying to find even one other example. Uh, so based on that, I'm probably leaning towards 85.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to go all in on it, but yeah,
Yeah.
the back you can't really rule them out, but yeah, just pick one of your preferences. I think I like 85. 44s are probably the toughest one for me.
Did you have any IWAR inspired Halloween dress up?
It's too cold here.
You didn't wear your belt out?
No, it stays on the shelf.
It was cold here. Good old New England Halloween.
I didn't see any wrestling Halloween costumes anywhere we went.
Yeah.
Pretty disappointed in that.
Yeah, my work, I dressed like Randy Savage, and people who were older were like, "Are you a pirate?" No. So it's terrible. Well, I think we'll have to roll the dice a bit with the back end a little.
Yeah, yeah.
So see how that goes.
That's most cycles though. I can pick out 1 or 2 fronts a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But yeah, that's just the way that it goes.
All right. Well, anything else you can think of as far as secret tips? I didn't get any questions. People were like, I had a question to ask, but I forget. I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't help.
Now look over multis real quick.
Yeah.
See if anything stands out real obvious. I laugh at still. It's just funny. They had this happen
Split.
at the start of the year, and then they
Holy
had it
moly.
happen again.
Punish them.
It's the only you look around. It's the only one that really has done that. I just want to know the people that got to the third one, and you know, did they really believe it would happen for again? I'm going to assume 100% no.
Yeah.
This is a pretty long stretch of 29s to 30.
Mm-hmm.
I would tend to start betting against that. Everybody else started having a few more 28s. They did not here, so wouldn't be surprised if you saw a 30 over here. Then if
Mm-hmm.
you also see the fact we had a 30 at 28 last cycle, that's uncommon to happen too. So
Mm-hmm.
I would almost say you could drop 29s from a 6 man, which would leave you with something. Obviously, a split is in play then,
Mm-hmm.
but if not, you'd probably have 28. I'd say probably like 28, 27, 30, 26, 25. would be my guess.
All right. There's the guess.
Yeah, that's actually how I do multis. I look at this little chart and I just read it like that. And yes,
As the 3-time IWA six-man champion and king of trios, I agree with that logic.
yeah. As the I think it's something like 48 world tags, 30 something US tags. I think I'm up to 80 some world six.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's easy. It's that easy, I just guess.
Nice.
And then have a couple of tag teams so you can also do the opposite.
Sorry.
That's the answer. Yeah. But no, I think that's about it.
All right. Well,
It was half helpful advice.
yeah.
We'll get
I mean,
there.
it always makes me think, and I'll go back now and I'll stare at my screen for an hour and a half and just debate what to do, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an interesting cycle because, is it finally time for 28s to drop?
Like I said, if you play diamond as well, if you do not see it in gold, I will use it a ton in diamond. I really feel it's got to go in one of the two.
Okay. All right. Well, of course, once again, this is our 66th Order 66 IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop, and we'll be back in 3 weeks to break down what we did last time and how it's going to go. As always, good luck unless you're facing me. But
And then they don't need luck.
we're getting towards the end of the year. We have our various league races starting to get really tight, and year-end awards will be coming out beginning of the year, but the nominations will start up soon. So we got to get that all cranked up. It's November. Holy crap! So
yep. So we've got the cycle about to happen. That is happening. It'll be the 7th. We got one coming out on the 28th.
yes,
right?
Yep.
And
So
then the 19th.
Yep. So
And that'll be the last one, right?
yes, and then we'll start a new year in January.
Okay. So 3 left, counting this one.
Yep. And
that's just for the way we count leagues. If anybody follows the report, there's technically only 2 reports left.
right, yeah, those bums.
Slightly different. Yeah. Just don't
All
want
right.
to surprise anybody with that if they're aiming for something for the year.
I meant to ask too. Did you watch Dynamite this week?
Mm-hmm.
Were you offended by the
almost went to it?
Were you? I was gonna say it was Louisville, right? Uh-oh, froze. Oh well, we'll never know. Uh-oh. I'm viewing Mike's screen. Mike. Oh, no. There you are.
Now.
You froze for a second. I was gonna say, were you offended by the Rick Pitino Louisville shots?
No. He's done enough to deserve worse than that.
Yeah, he was a Celtics coach for a short time, so we know how we feel about Rick Pitino here.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, thanks again for all the help, and good luck, everybody. We'll catch up in a few weeks. And remember to get your stuff in Monday. By Monday morning, don't wait because they're running the gold early because of vacations. Kim's got to go to Aruba. All right, man. Thanks a lot.
All right. See you.